Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel, Magnetize Official. In today's video, we're diving into a powerful reading and energy update for our wonderful collective here on YouTube. If you're hoping to receive a specific message from this reading, I invite you to like the video and subscribe to the channel. These actions create an energetic exchange that helps me tune into your energy more clearly. Not only will this enhance the accuracy of today's reading, but it will also help me connect with you on a deeper level in future videos as well. Let's begin by shuffling the energy oracle cards to see what insights and guidance are ready to come through for you today. The first card that has appeared is Financial Constraints in the upright position. This is really interesting because I'm sensing that there is someone tuning in today who is very focused on releasing deep-seated subconscious fears that may have kept you in a state of stagnation or limitation, particularly in your root chakra. The root chakra, as many of you know, is strongly tied to our sense of safety, security, and our connection to the physical world. What I'm picking up specifically is that you may be in the process of clearing out ancestral programming, especially around the themes of lack and limitation. Perhaps these energies were passed down through generations, creating a sense of scarcity or a belief that abundance is out of reach. But the beautiful thing is, you are actively working to break free from this. By doing so, you are aligning yourself with a more expansive flow of abundance in your life. Now let's take a moment to reflect on what abundance truly means for you. Remember, abundance isn't just about money, it's about everything that enriches your life. It could be love, joy, creativity, health, or spiritual fulfillment. We each define abundance in our own unique way. So I encourage you to take a moment and envision what abundance looks like for you personally. The power to create that reality is already within you. When you connect with that vision and believe it's possible for you, that's when you tap into your manifesting potential. Know this: you have the ability to manifest your desires into the physical world, and this moment of clearing and healing in your root chakra is the perfect foundation for bringing that vision to life. The universe is always working with you, and by releasing these limiting beliefs, you are creating space for true abundance to flow into your life in all its beautiful forms. Keep going, because you are on the right path. At the bottom of the deck, we also have the sacral chakra in the reversed position. This is telling me that someone here is dealing with some blocked energy in their sacral chakra, which is often tied to our creativity, emotions, and our ability to fully connect with the flow of life. If you've been feeling ungrounded, having trouble staying present, or struggling to really immerse yourself in the current moment, this might be a sign of that blockage. The sacral chakra governs our ability to feel alive, to experience joy, and to express our authentic selves. So when it's blocked, it can leave us feeling disconnected from the richness of life. But there's good news. Right next to this, we also have the third eye chakra standing strong in the upright position. This is such a powerful combination because I'm hearing that your intuition is being activated in a big way. It's like a cosmic nudge helping you to clear out any blockages that may have been artificially lowering your vibration. Whether this blockage is something you're personally experiencing or it's tied to someone else in your life, I'm sensing a shift happening. Your third eye is opening more fully, guiding you toward clarity and helping you move past any stuck energy, allowing you to elevate your vibe and reconnect with your creative flow. For some of you, I'm picking up that this might not even be your energy. It could be someone close to you, someone in your life who is struggling with these blockages. It could even be a past romantic partner who is currently dealing with their own fears and limitations. Fear has a powerful way of holding people back, especially when it comes to taking action toward what they truly want. If this resonates with you, you may have sensed this person's energy around you, and even though there may have been some distance, your higher self understands that this person is in the process of clearing out their own fears. They are on a journey of self-healing, and as they clear their own blockages, they will eventually find the courage to take action toward you. I want to remind you that the energy dynamics we tap into during these readings can apply both internally, within you, and externally, in the relationships you have with others. If you've felt the presence of someone from your past, especially someone who may have struggled with fear or hesitation in the past, know that there's powerful healing happening behind the scenes. Your intuition is guiding you through this process, and the energy shift you're experiencing is clearing the way for deeper connections and emotional healing. Trust in your path and in the unfolding process, because as you clear your own blockages, you'll see the world around you shift in alignment. You may have been feeling a strong pull toward taking action toward this person, but at the same time, there's been a sense of resistance. You've sensed their energy deeply and intuitively. You've understood that there's work they need to do on themselves before they can truly show up for you. You've been aware, on a higher level, that this person is in the process of healing, working to stabilize their root chakra, clear out their sacral chakra, and release some deep-seated subconscious fears. These fears, it seems, may have been holding them back from stepping forward in the past, preventing them from taking action toward you in the way you both might have hoped. But here's where it gets exciting. Let's see what else is unfolding in this situation, shall we? Wow, we've just pulled the door to romance. This card is such a beautiful sign of new beginnings, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. If this is a romantic connection you've been wondering about, it's clear that a powerful new door is opening up here. As this person works through their fears and continues to heal their root chakra, they're gradually clearing the path for themselves to move toward you in a healthier, more grounded way. If there's been some silence, or if you've felt a physical distance between you and this person recently, it could be because on a soul level, they've needed this time to clear out negative programming. From a higher perspective, it's almost as if their soul is saying, I need to clear this fear first so I can approach this connection in a way that's aligned with love and positivity, free from the shadows of my past. And even though it may feel frustrating at times, trust that this process is necessary for both of you to step into the next chapter of your journey, individually and together. What's truly remarkable is that your intuition has been incredibly attuned throughout all of this. You've been deeply connected to your higher awareness, and at times you may have been so in tune with your inner guidance that it feels effortless. You move, act, and make decisions so fluidly in alignment with your intuition that you might not even always realize just how guided you are. It's as if your actions are naturally flowing from this deeper, intuitive place, and that's such a gift. Remember, this energy of romance that's opening up is not just about this person, it's also about you. Your intuitive connection is guiding you to new opportunities, and as you continue to trust in that inner wisdom, you'll see the world around you shifting and aligning in ways that bring your desires into reality. Your journey of healing and intuitive growth is playing a huge role in creating the foundation for this beautiful new chapter in love. Because connecting with your intuition feels so natural to you, I'm hearing that this person will ultimately follow their heart. They will be guided by their own inner knowing and will communicate something clearly to you. This shift is happening because the energy of the third eye chakra is now aligning with the throat chakra, signaling that this person is stepping into a space where they can express themselves authentically. In a broader sense, this is a powerful time for you when it comes to communication. You are beginning to attract clear, open, and authentic conversations from people in your life. This could mean that individuals from your past are coming back to share something important with you, or that people in your present life are eager to confide in you. It might even be new people entering your experience who communicate in a way that feels grounded, honest, and straightforward. The reason you're drawing in this type of communication is because you've recently undergone a significant throat chakra activation. This has elevated you to a new level of authenticity. When you speak your truth, when you express yourself from an empowered, open place, it sends out a powerful signal. And the universe, in all its wisdom, will respond by bringing you interactions and connections that mirror that energy. So, you're not just hearing the truth from others, but you're also calling in more honest, direct exchanges. Right now, your throat chakra energy is in a clear and open state, and that's a direct result of the inner work you've done to heal and align yourself. This recent activation may have come with some challenges, particularly when it comes to communication. You may have noticed moments of chaotic energy, misunderstandings, or even physical sensations in the throat area as your body worked through this shift. Perhaps there were times when your voice felt blocked or strained, or you may have had discomfort or tightness in your throat. These are common symptoms when the throat chakra is being activated and cleared. While I'm not a medical professional, I encourage you to always seek the proper advice from a doctor if you experience physical symptoms. But know that this throat chakra activation, although it may have been uncomfortable at times, was a crucial part of your spiritual and energetic evolution. You're now moving through that blockage, stepping into a higher expression of yourself, and this is a major milestone in your journey. By clearing out that energy, you're opening the door to more authentic communication, not only with others, but with yourself as well. The more you embrace your truth and share it, the more you will see your life filled with connections that resonate with the same depth and honesty. Keep trusting this process, because the energy is moving in your favor, and it's leading you to a place of deeper alignment. This brings me to a powerful download I received during my meditation this morning, just before recording this reading. It's a message I've been receiving over the past 2 years and have mentioned in previous videos, but today it's coming through even more strongly. I feel it's important to share it with you now, as its energy feels very present and urgent. The first part of the message is this: our old ways of doing things are no longer working. We're being called to evolve, to step into something new, and this shift is making it harder for us to continue operating in the same ways we once did. Along with this, a new statement came through. It's becoming increasingly difficult for us to jump between worlds. What I mean by this is that moving between lower vibrational realities, often called the 3D, and higher vibrational realities, the 5D, is becoming more challenging. This difficulty is directly connected to the ongoing 3D to 5D split we've talked about in previous videos. And let me tell you, that split is intensifying. It's as though the two realities are pulling further apart, and it's becoming harder to bridge the gap between them. In the beginning of this divergence, the paths weren't so far apart. Energetically speaking, they were close enough that it was easy for many of us to move between them, oscillating between lower and higher vibrational states. But as time has passed, the separation has become more pronounced. These two realities are no longer just two sides of the same coin. They are beginning to feel like different worlds entirely, each with its own distinct frequency. And as the paths continue to pull apart, the vibrational differences between them become even more obvious, making transitions between these two states feel jarring, disjointed, or even disruptive at times. There was once a period when many of us felt as though we had one foot in the 3D world and one foot in the 5D world. We may have been consciously aware of the contrast, but we could still navigate between both worlds with some degree of ease. However, it's important to understand that this is just a simplified metaphor. In reality, there aren't just two distinct realities, but an infinite number of timelines, each corresponding to its own frequency. This visualization helps to frame what's happening, but the energetic shifts we're experiencing are occurring on such a profound level that they can be difficult to fully articulate in human language. As these energies evolve, we're being asked to decide which reality we want to engage with, and it's no longer as simple as switching between them. The vibrational frequencies of both are growing more distinct, and as we move deeper into this process, we'll likely find ourselves needing to make choices about which path to align with more consistently. The beauty of this, though, is that we have the power to choose how we respond, how we align, and how we navigate through these times of change. It's not easy, but it's a part of the growth process. We're being pushed to evolve, to let go of what no longer serves us, and to step into higher versions of ourselves. The world around us may feel like it's shifting, but it's also a reminder that we are shifting too, expanding our awareness, evolving our consciousness, and stepping into the fullness of who we truly are. And this process is leading us to greater alignment, greater peace, and ultimately, greater freedom. Keep trusting the journey, because the unfolding is part of your soul's grand design. What we're experiencing right now is a shift in how we relate to different vibrational frequencies. Essentially, it's no longer as simple as jumping between high and low vibrations without feeling immediate and often intense effects. When we try to lower our vibration in an attempt to connect with someone on a lower vibrational timeline, the impact is felt quickly. It can create a sense of tension, discomfort, and even stir up negative emotions. These emotions might feel jarring because our internal guidance system is essentially putting the brakes on us. It's trying to protect us from lowering our vibration too much, gently nudging us to stay aligned with our higher path, or as we might call it, the 5D track. As we continue to ascend as a collective, this difficulty will only increase. The space between these different vibrational realities is widening, making it harder to move back and forth. We are being asked, more than ever, to commit ourselves to the higher vision we hold for ourselves, our dreams, our ideals, and our aspirations. This commitment isn't just about thinking about them, it's about fully embodying these ideals. It means living in the mental and emotional experience of our higher visions, even before we see them manifest in the physical world. This act of faith, of staying aligned with those higher vibrational dreams, is what will help them come to life. The more we immerse ourselves in these positive, expansive feelings, the closer we get to seeing them materialize. On the other side, there are people who are now deeply entrenched in lower vibrational timelines. If someone around you is caught in this, and you are committed to your higher timeline, it will become increasingly difficult to interact with them in the same way. As you remain aligned with your high vibrational self, their lower vibration can create friction. If you've ever found yourself in this situation where a connection seems to be pulling you down emotionally, this is a sign to not lower your vibration for anyone. Your soul's mission is far too important. If you're resonating with this message, you may also recall a previous reading where I said, "Don't lower your vibration for this person," because this is the kind of message that calls us to stay true to ourselves and our higher path. I see such a beautiful energy around you. If you're here today, it's because you are committed to that higher vibrational timeline. And I wouldn't be surprised if this reading reaches someone who has never come across this channel before. If that's you, take this as a major sign that you've aligned with this message for a reason. It's a confirmation that you have chosen the higher path, that you are committed to living within that fifth-dimensional reality. The higher timeline isn't always the easiest, but it's where you are being called to go. It's where your soul is guiding you to live in alignment with your highest purpose, even if the physical world hasn't fully caught up yet. So, as you move forward, keep holding that vision and trust that you are walking the path of your highest potential. You are not alone in this journey. We are all ascending together, and your commitment to this higher path is making a difference. Not only in your life, but in the collective as well. As you continue to commit to your higher timeline, you might occasionally feel a sense of disconnect from those who have chosen to stay on lower vibrational paths. This is completely normal, and it's essential to understand that it's perfectly okay to feel this separation. However, as I've mentioned before, it's crucial that you do not lower your vibration just to meet someone else where they are emotionally, mentally, or physically, especially if they are still operating from a lower vibrational space. Here's something that's been coming through strongly. It is actually easier for you to rise now than it is to lower yourself vibrationally. This may sound surprising, but it's a sign of the significant progress you've made in your journey. During meditation this morning, I had a vivid image come through of an elevator with a broken down button. The down button was broken, while the up button was fully functional. This image perfectly symbolizes the new energetic reality you're in. Once you've ascended to a higher vibration, it's much easier to continue rising than it is to lower yourself. Imagine it this way. Once you've reached a higher floor in a building, the view of the ground from up there is very different from when you were standing on the ground level. Every time you elevate your vibration, it's like moving to a higher floor, gaining a broader and more expansive perspective on your life and the world around you. You've been steadily raising your vibration, moving through each level, timeline by timeline, expanding your energy and your awareness. In the past, it may have felt easier to shift between these different levels of vibration. Sometimes you'd raise your vibration, sometimes you'd lower it, depending on the situation. However, now that you've moved up, it's becoming more difficult to shift back, down, into those lower vibrations or reconnect with older, lower vibrational timelines. Trying to fit yourself back into those old energies feels increasingly unnatural, as if it no longer aligns with the higher frequency you've become. The good news is that this shift isn't all about leaving people behind. While it may feel like a disconnect with those who are still on lower vibrational paths, it also means that it's becoming easier for others to rise to meet you at your level. As you continue to shine your light and radiate your high vibrational energy, there's potential for others to align with you and elevate their own vibration. They can meet you where you are, but remember, you're not meant to lower yourself to meet them. You are the uplifter, the one who inspires others to rise, not the one who sinks in order to connect. With that said, I'm going to reshuffle the cards here for a bit. And just a quick reminder, in the extended version of this reading, we'll dive deeper into the message surrounding the Door to Romance card and the person connected to you. This individual seems to be approaching a significant shift in their energy, possibly opening up to you in a more authentic and emotionally clear way. They might be aligning their communication with their heart and throat chakras, and this could be an exciting turning point in your connection. Stay tuned for more insights on this as we go deeper. Here, we have the Journey card in the upright position, and it speaks to something profound that many of you listening might resonate with deeply, especially those of you who identify as light workers or grid workers. A grid worker is someone who feels a deep, often unconscious pull towards specific geographical locations around the world. This pull is not random. It's an energetic calling to radiate a high vibrational frequency into those areas. These locations are often tied to the Earth's ley lines, which are channels of energy that flow through the planet, carrying frequencies that influence both the environment and the people living there. As a grid worker, you are part of a grand mission to infuse light and healing into the Earth's energetic grid, strengthening and uplifting the areas you visit. Now, what's fascinating is that this work is often done at a subconscious level. You may not consciously understand why you're drawn to a particular place, but you can feel it. It's a magnetic pull, something that tugs at your soul. You might feel the need to visit a place for a short period of time, maybe for a week or a few days, only to later sense that it's time to leave and move on to another location. For others, this calling might be more long-term, with stays that last months or even years. After some time, you feel the shift again, as if the universe is telling you it's time to move, but not always with an explanation. The experience can be so powerful that trying to resist it feels almost impossible. If you ignore the call and choose to stay where you are, life might begin to feel out of alignment. Things may fall into disorder, chaos, or simply feel off. It's as if the place you're in begins to energetically reject you, urging you to listen to that deeper pull. The more you try to rationalize or logic your way out of it, the harder it becomes to ignore that intuitive pull to move to a new location. It's like your soul knows exactly where you need to be, even if your conscious mind doesn't have all the details. The truth is, this journey is about much more than just a physical relocation. It's about the work you're doing on an energetic level, healing, amplifying, and uplifting the planetary grid. The process can be subtle and yet incredibly powerful, as it reinforces the flow of light and positive energy in the world. Whether you're aware of it or not, your presence in certain places is part of a greater divine design. The irony is that many grid workers go through this whole process without ever consciously realizing what they are doing. They may never truly understand the significance of their journey, but their energy, their actions, and the places they visit play a critical role in the bigger picture of planetary healing. Over time, the impact of your light work ripples out into the world in ways that can't always be seen, but are undeniably felt. So, if you're feeling that intuitive pull to travel or to visit certain places, whether it's for a short period or something more long-term, trust it. You are fulfilling a higher purpose, helping to anchor light and healing energy exactly where it's needed. Just like the Earth itself, your journey is part of a bigger, beautiful blueprint. If you're feeling a deep resonance with this message, there's a strong chance that you are a grid worker. Perhaps you've been unconsciously stepping into this role for a while without even realizing it. It's interesting because I wasn't even planning to mention this aspect in today's reading, but it came through strongly, which tells me that many of you listening are indeed fulfilling this role. It's a beautiful reminder that these readings are not just something I channel, but co-creations between us. When you tune in and bring your unique energy to the reading, you're actively contributing to the messages that emerge. Your frequency is an essential part of what makes these readings so personal and impactful. Now, let's shift our focus to a different energy that's coming through. As I shuffle the Burning Heart Love Oracle, I'm picking up on someone who feels like they are on the outside of your life looking in. This person feels as though they've been left out in the cold, and the card that came through says, "I sabotaged our connection because it was too intense." I'm sensing the energy of someone who is really struggling mentally. They are reflecting on their past actions and realizing, perhaps for the first time, that they self-sabotaged something very special with you. They're sitting with the awareness that they may have missed or ruined a significant opportunity to connect with you on a deeper level. There was a time, a moment when you were open, truly open, to building something with this person. Maybe there was a pull between you two, a connection that felt magnetic. But during that time, it seems like they couldn't meet you where you were. Instead of diving deeper into the potential of what you could build together, they chose to sabotage the connection. Maybe it was fear, maybe it was insecurity, or maybe they were just unable to handle the intensity of the bond. Whatever the reason, they held back when you were willing to explore more. It feels like, over time, you started to feel spiritually disconnected from the situation. You weren't just feeling emotionally or mentally stagnant, you were spiritually bored. They weren't willing to go deeper into the emotional, mental, or spiritual layers of the connection. Every time you tried to take it to the next level, you hit a wall. It was as though they were keeping everything at a surface level, and no matter how much you wanted to dive deeper, they resisted. This person misjudged your attraction toward them. They may have thought your interest was based solely on the physical or material aspects of who they were. While physical attraction may have been there, the deeper truth was that it was the powerful spiritual energy between you two that drew you in. Your connection was more than just surface level. It was a pull from something much deeper, something that they couldn't quite comprehend at the time. And now, as they reflect on it, they're seeing that the true source of your attraction was something beyond the physical, and they regret not being able to recognize and nurture that energy sooner. So, while this person may be dealing with feelings of regret and loss, remember that your journey is one of growth and alignment with higher frequencies. The deeper, more spiritual connections you seek are always available to you, and the universe continues to guide you toward people who are ready to meet you at that level of intensity and depth. Keep honoring your journey and trust that the right connections, those that align with your higher self, are always unfolding. For some of you, this individual might have been a soulmate or perhaps a twin flame. Of course, only you can truly know what resonates for you and how that connection fits into your unique spiritual journey. But no matter what label we give it, there's a common thread here: boredom. It's like a sense of emotional and spiritual stagnation crept into this connection, and someone, whether it was you or the other person, began to feel restless and disconnected. This person tried hard to keep things surface level, not willing to dive deeper into the emotional or spiritual aspects of the connection. And because of that, no matter how strong the initial attraction may have been, it wasn't enough to sustain a meaningful, long-term bond. Eventually the connection started to feel lackluster and stale. You may have sensed this shift yourself. It was like there was a ceiling on the depth of the connection. Something vital was missing. If the relationship didn't have a soulful element to it, or if the other person wasn't willing to meet you on a deeper level, the connection simply couldn't thrive. Over time, you may have lost the pull toward them altogether, and that was something this person severely misjudged. What they failed to realize was that while they might have been drawn to your physical or surface-level qualities, things that were outwardly appealing to them, they didn't fully grasp the depth of your soul. They saw you through a very limited lens, not understanding that you are a complex, ancient soul with layers beyond what's visible on the surface. This person may have even tried to keep you in their life romantically, but in a way that wasn't fully authentic or healthy. Perhaps they displayed behavior that seemed toxic or manipulative on the surface, acting aloof or uninterested, setting up emotional walls to keep you from getting too close. This was their way of trying to maintain control, keeping you on the hook, so to speak, without fully opening themselves up to the possibility of a real, deep connection. However, because you live by the soul, this tactic had the opposite effect on you. Instead of drawing you in, it caused you to pull away even more. Your guides are telling me that this is a powerful sign of your healing and growth. You've reached a place in your journey where toxic behavior is simply unattractive to you. You've learned that if someone isn't willing to connect with you on a deeper emotional, mental, and soulful level, you naturally lose interest. This is a beautiful sign of your growth, as it shows that you are no longer willing to settle for anything less than true depth and authenticity. Unlike most people, who may be drawn into these shallow dynamics or kept hooked by unhealthy behavior, you've risen above it. You've healed to the point where you no longer tolerate the energy that doesn't align with your highest good. To this person, it's likely baffling. They did what they thought was necessary to keep your attention, using the strategies they believed would work. But their efforts, in the end, only pushed you further away. And that, my dear, is exactly what you needed to experience. It's a clear sign that you are on the right path, and that your energy is now vibrating on a higher frequency, one that no longer resonates with the old patterns and shallow connections of the past. This process is part of your evolution. As you continue to heal and rise, you will naturally attract those who are willing to meet you at the soul level. And when that happens, it will be nothing short of beautiful. Keep trusting your journey, because the right people and the right connections will always align with your energy. You are a soul unlike anyone this person has ever encountered, and that is precisely why things unfolded the way they did. You operate from the deepest level of being, your soul at the center of everything you do, and that makes all the difference in your relationships. When that soulful connection is either absent or not actively nurtured by the other person, it creates a distance, a disconnection that you cannot ignore. Eventually you find that your emotional investment simply fades, and your interest naturally diminishes. Now, this person is sitting with the weight of that realization. They're coming to terms with the fact that the usual ways they've connected with others romantically just didn't work on you, and this understanding is leaving them with a deep sense of regret. They are reflecting on their actions and thinking, I keep hoping I'll run into you wherever I go. I want to treat you the way you deserve. I don't want to be toxic anymore. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed me to be. These words are not just random thoughts. They're direct messages from the Burning Love Oracle cards that came through during this reading. If this message resonates with you deeply, I invite you to explore the extended version of this reading. In it, we'll dive deeper into this person's current feelings of regret and the realizations they've had about how they handled this connection. We'll also explore how things might unfold moving forward and any new energy connections that might be influencing your journey. This could include people who are still thinking about you, feeling emotional pull toward you, or messages from your spirit guides to shed light on the situation. As we draw this reading to a close, I'll pull one last card from the Rumi Oracle. The card that has appeared is Sacred Convergence. I'll read its message from the guidebook as it feels particularly powerful for this moment. Sacred convergence indicates a coming together of souls in alignment with a greater cause. This greater cause is both personal and impersonal. There is an aspect of joining together for a common purpose, although that purpose may not be immediately obvious at a day-to-day level of consciousness. That common soul purpose may be to lift each other into greater belief and self-belief, to shed fear, and to open the heart, filling each individual soul with more holy fire for its personal, passionate purpose. This message feels like the perfect way to close this reading, reflecting that no matter where you are on your journey, you are aligning with your higher self and soul mission. The connections you make, whether past, present, or future, are meant to inspire growth, transformation, and healing. Your soul's purpose is ever unfolding, and with every step, you are moving closer to your highest calling. I truly hope something from this reading resonated with you on a personal level. If so, I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments. If you feel drawn to my energy and want to join a community of like-minded, conscious, and creative souls, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Let's continue this journey of growth, connection, and inspiration together.